Welcome back for another FSD video. In this one, we will be getting our very first impressions with FSD 14.3.7, which downloaded this afternoon with Tesla software 2026.21.5. Before we get started here, though, I do want to kind of review my experiences with FSD 14.3.6, which I had for about the last week plus up until this afternoon. And overall, my experiences were not very good. I had a lot of issues with it, both on the city and on the highway. Starting with the highway first, a lot of missed, exits, either for interchanges or just exiting the highway altogether. The car would wait way too long to make its lane changes to prepare for that exit. And several times we missed it altogether because of that, like laziness, if you will, or it just dang near missed it, which obviously spiked my cortisol level unnecessarily, and it was just not good driving, right? So in the city then, when we were approaching empty crosswalks and stop sign intersections, I saw a lot of excessive hesitation in these, especially the 14.3.5 as well as 14.3.6, to the point where I had numerous interventions with the accelerator to get the car to proceed, even when we had the right of way and we were the first to the intersection. The car would just sit there and want to let other people go by, which is just not good. Very jumpy overall around pedestrians. If the sight of a pedestrian walking near the road, even if the likelihood of them is coming into our path is 0% or dang near 0%, the car would just get right on the brakes every single time and just give it a nice tap, which, is very jerky. It's not smooth. It's not confident. It doesn't instill confidence for those on board at all. So from a comfort standpoint, these last two 14.3 builds were some of the worst in a while. I hate to be so negative, but this is my take on it, right? I have a high standard based upon what we saw with 14.2 and kind of how that matured. And we've seemingly taken a pretty big step back in the comfort department. So I'm hopeful in these later 14.3 builds, we'll start seeing more comfort applied. I just have my doubts based upon my knowledge of how they're fine tuning these builds. And they're definitely, I feel like, maybe in some cases over rewarding for safety, which I know sounds kind of stupid from my point of view, right? Like, obviously you want these things to be super safe, but I think the model is just so over rewarded for safety. It has a lot of misses to where it's now going to be super jerky to be with, right? And it also then sometimes, ironically enough, creates more unsafe situations with that, because if you have somebody falling behind you and you're not super sure what's in front of you, you go tap the brakes or whatever, and the person behind you is not paying attention, they can hit you, right? So that's a risk for us as well. So we got to balance the two. Obviously, I know Tesla's doing all these through their evals and all the stuff they're doing in the development cycle, but it's something I've noticed and I have my doubts. But, let's see what happens here. So this is going to be a relatively short drive, but I really want to see if we get any better behavior with these empty crosswalks. So we're going to go through probably, 5+, maybe up to 10 around my area here in St. Paul. And then we'll head over to the car wash, head back. Obviously, the car will not drive through the car wash, and I have to do that manually, but we can kind of get a good idea, at least on the city side, of where we stand with this build. So without further ado, let's go for a drive and see how 14.3.7 handles it. And I had the release notes up here for a second, but they're not really important because they're the same release notes we've seen for the last two builds. There's been no noticeable changes here. And let me just shut my garage door there. A little bit of a brake tap coming out of my driveway there. Not unheard of. So we're going to go up two streets here. We're going to go up Cleveland, and then we're going to come back down on Cretin. And there's a bunch of crosswalks across both that we'll have to traverse. Cleveland's got the more tricky one, so the one coming up here first. There's a couple issues that we've seen before. There's a occluded speed sign that the car has most recently been getting very jumpy around, where it, as it gets a glimpse of it, it starts tapping the brake. And already a hesitation there and a brake input that I didn't think was necessary. So it seems like with 14.3, especially these later builds, and we're already getting the jumpy behavior there. So it's just as bad, if not worse, than it was before. So I'm going to continue to report these issues. But you saw that little American flag blowing in the wind there. It just causes these later 14.3 builds to freeze in its tracks. And it does get past it, but sometimes I've even seen the car try to come to a complete stop, even though nobody's there. So these flags, unfortunately, aren't going. And now hesitation again. So again, it waited, it hit the brake initially, let off, and then got hard on the brakes to make the, the red light there. And I think, honestly, I would have just kept going at that point. Had it not hesitated at all, we would have probably made it through before it went fully red. So I won't report that one because I'll have to go back and watch the footage. But, again, it's just the thing about these builds with 14.3 is it's very quick at making decisions, but oftentimes it's making the wrong decision initially. So it then gets unsure, and then it goes right to the brake. It never lets out the accelerator. Some people are saying, oh, it does. It's using regen. It's not using any regen. It's going right to the mechanical brake. It's hitting the brake so hard, the mechanical brakes are coming into play, which it should never be doing when it's unsure like that, unless it's like it really thinks there's something super bad about to happen, right? And here's that occluded speed limit sign here. Again, we're tapping the brakes unnecessarily. So there's been no improvements, unfortunately, in this department from what I can tell so far. And I'm going to report that one as well. So again, like these little flags just seem to cause FSD to freak out. And I initially thought it was just crosswalks with the American flags, but I've traversed enough now where even if there aren't the flags, or if there aren't flags present like that, the car will still hit the brakes. So it just seems like any crosswalk, as soon as the car thinks it's a crosswalk, or maybe it's from navigation data or whatever, it just hits the brakes way too much. So after a few frustrations, FSD does a great job here threading the needle between this turning vehicle and the curb there. There were maybe a few inches to spare on both sides, but it didn't excessively hit the brakes or anything. So, fairly impressive there. So again, there are some benefits to these builds, but again, there's been a lot of excessive hesitations that I would say seemingly simpler situations that the car struggles with currently. And it seems to still be the case, unfortunately, with 14.3.7. So as we approach Ford Parkway up here, notice this city bus here picking up passengers on the right. The car could have went around it to the left and then passed it, and still given it space. But you can see it starts going back and forth on what it wants to do here. The wheel starts getting jerky. It looks like it's going to go around it, even though we have a right signal on, and it kind of goes back and forth there. Meanwhile, we're blocking a complete lane of traffic here. So not the best behavior, in my opinion. If we're going to wait for the bus, we need to get over to the right and slot in behind it, right? So we'll get another opportunity to test this out here just up the road. I'm not sure what this person's doing here. They're really struggling to drive. They almost hit that fence. And here we have it again, more uncertainty. The car is just sitting here. It's just blocking the lane of traffic. And now the bus is going. We could have passed that bus, honestly. So just really jumpy, jerky behavior. You saw the wheel inputs there. Again, just not very confidence inspiring here. So I'm going to kill the navigation. And we're just going to go down Cretan for a bit here. And let's just see how it goes. And you know what? I might just set it to the car wash, assuming it doesn't mess me up here, and try to cut over. There, perfect. So we'll do it this way. Okay, we are at the car wash here. And I should have turned there, but the car wants to go to the parking lot, which I totally get. So I'm going to let it complete this, and then I'm going to tap the brakes here. All right, and now we are going to go park the car in the car wash and get it washed here. So I'll be back with you guys here in probably 10 minutes or so, and then we will go from there. All right, welcome back. We just got through the car wash here. Gonna drive home and dry it off since the dryer's here. Never worked very well, but just wanted to get some of the dirt off. It's supposed to rain all week, I guess, so we're gonna have other issues there. So it's just for a few days here. Sorry, I accidentally engaged FSD there. Let's do it this way. All right, now we're good. All right, so just gonna be a quick drive home, couple miles, nothing crazy. I want to see the route that it's gonna take though. All right, so we're kind of going back the same way we came. We're gonna go down. Actually, we're gonna go down Cleveland again. So we'll go back through Cleveland, and then we'll kind of see how it handles some of the crosswalks along the way. There isn't as many on Marshall here, but you guys will get a good feel for it after this. But like I said, so far, not impressed. The first few minutes of this trip were kind of indicative, I think, of just some of the limitations and issues with this last few builds and just the performance where we're at. It's just not been good. Okay, so we got to make a left turn here. The light will change here in a few seconds, so this will be a good little test here. But I think we're going to get, yeah, we got a green the whole way. Just turn yellow there. No real issues. I'll be honest too, unprotected left turns have been pretty darn good so far for me in the recent 14.3 build. So again, something else that's been positive. It's just seemingly the crosswalks and stop sign intersections, that things that we thought we had solved long ago. Those are the things that have kind of been a thorn in our side, unfortunately. So as we go further down, I am going to get the car. I want it to go further down Cleveland. Not sure what's going on up here, but people are having a tough time navigating this intersection for whatever reason. All right, we're going to have to stop. Let's see. All right, cool. This ended up working out for us here. So the way that this intersection set up here is Summit and Cleveland. There is an area between the two directions on Summit where you can actually queue up and wait for the light. There's only room for maybe one or two cars. Right now, people are trying to fit 3 cars here, including ourselves. That was a bit of a poor move on their part. That last car there, that person should have waited, but the lights changes pretty quick, so it's not too painful. At least on the weekends. During the week when there's student stuff here, it gets a bit different. I'm gonna hit this and see if I can get it to keep going straight here. Let's see if it cancels. Did a good job there. I caught it pretty early, but it seemed to cancel that turn so you don't keep going as soon as I hit it, so that was nice. All right, so we are getting close to home here. Again, I'll let it park itself in the driveway if it can, and if it's going to try to park in the garage, I'll also let it do that as well. And then we'll just have to keep an eye on what it does. Kind of a makeshift roundabout here, but that's not really been a problem for any of the FSD builds as of late, so just another obstacle. Okay, so the garage door should open. There it is. All right. Car seems to want to go inside the garage this time, and then it just stopped dead. So again, it just will not go in the garage for whatever reason. I did submit a snapshot for that. The car really needs to back in if it's going to have a chance. It gets a better camera view too. So I'm going to have to spin this back around. But, while I'm doing that, I guess I'll just tell you guys again, kind of to summarize, what we've experienced so far on this short, but I would say telling drive of just kind of where things are at. So, unprotected left turns. Let me just open my garage door. It wants to automatically open again. So where things are at, again, I just continue to see jerkiness in the same spots. So crosswalks. We haven't really gone through any four-way intersections with stop signs yet, but I would be willing to bet based upon the crosswalk behavior, we just won't see that much of improvement in that regard. So for those that have been following along and watching my previous videos and hoping that we'll see some improvements, this is not the build that to expect for that from what I can see so far. Highway, I have a big trip to Iowa again this week, so I will get a good experience there. Again, though, I'm not expecting much. I mean, it was already pretty good on the highway. I thought the speed control was solid. It's the only issue is just the lane change preparation before an exit. And I just, again, don't see that improving dramatically until we see another major release. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I will do some videos later this week, but otherwise, anyways, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.